everybody, this is Jessica Urrutia. I am back to show you what the Lord put in my heart to share with you today. Back in 2016, in April, I had the most wonderful experience with my 3 children. And I want to share what happened, the story of that, as I show you the process of making a scrapbooking page.
Yes.
Actually, we went to Co-op that morning. It was in April 2016. And one of my children were sick. So a couple of friends decided that they were gonna keep my older girls during the Co-op time. So we went there. It was like 40 minutes away, and I was gonna keep my boy and my friends were gonna keep the girls, but I did not know that part of the rules of the Co-op is that you can't do that. You're not supposed to leave your kids with other moms. That's just part of the policy. I was unaware of that. So when I went there, one of my friends actually made me aware of it, and I was bummed because I had to tell my children about it, and they were in tears. The 2 girls were in tears because they had to leave, and my little boy too. And we came home, long story short, and when I was going through the garage doors here at my home, I felt the tug of the Holy Spirit just speak to me and say, turn your sours into sweets. And when I heard that, I immediately thought, who wants to go for donuts? And I look at them and they all jumped out of their disappointment, out of their sadness and say, me, I want to go for donuts. And it was such a joyful time because it was a switch, like an immediate switch in their minds and their hearts. They were disappointed. They came 35, 40 minutes on the road complaining and saying how sad they were. They did not understand. But there was a switch that happened at that time. And that is one of the things that I want to show through this layout. I want to remember what I learned, what we all learned. My kids still tell me, Mama, turn your sours into sweets. So I'm calling you today to do the same thing. Let's go to the scrapbook page, and hopefully this blesses you in some way, and you let me know in the comments because I want to hear how you're turning your sours into sweets. Okay, so how you can see, I have the colors that I picked. I put everything in here, and I'm going to be creating. I choose my pictures, and I have pictures for my kids when we were in Texas. They're eating donuts at Krispy Kreme, and I have some pictures of the month. I don't know if it was exactly the day, but it was exactly the month when this happened. And here are my 3 children eating donuts, and I think these were from Dunkin' Donuts. It doesn't matter, right? They were done. They were really happy about it. I want to make a layout where I have my 4x6 pictures laid out like this. So I decided already on some papers, and you can see them here. And I just picked one of my Peekaboo Peach papers. I think is a very happy one. And then I picked chocolate chip, and I actually had this cut out. I don't even know how big is this because I had it cut out and I just picked it, and it happened to be a 12-inch. So it must be like an 8, let me see, this is like an inch, this is like 2 inches. It must be like a 9 by 12 piece of paper or something like that. And I'm gonna put it right here. I know I woke up with this in my mind. I wanted to do something like this, so I just kind of put all the materials together because I really wanted to show you how I do a scrapbook page. I went on my Cricut this morning and I made this title Sweet. I'm going to be calling this this cool layout, Turn Your Sours into Sweet. So I made this sweet with the paisley cartridge from the Cricut that I rarely use, but I thought I want a big title. And then I'm gonna take the other pictures. I took a very vanilla 12 by 12 piece of cardstock here. I already have this piece as a Fleur de Flamingo out, so, and they were cut, and so I'm using them as able, and I'm gonna put them like this. I went on Pinterest and I saw a page that it was a sketch that had the 4x6s, and I thought, how easy can that be? I can do that. So I'm gonna put the pictures of my girls in here and my boy, and just trying to find a pattern, something that I really want to be making here. Now, when I go through this experience, I know that I want to put on this side up here, turn your sours into sweets, and then finish it on this side. I'm not totally sure. I love doilies, so I pulled some of my retired doilies. I believe this retired already, but they're really cute and I'm gonna use them. They're white on one side and vanilla on the other. And I love using doilies. That's kind of something that isn't a lot of my layouts. It brings a little bit of maybe sweetness into it. But what inspired this layout the most was actually the last paper pumpkin kit that I received. This was the May one. It was all about donuts. So I took the cards and I decided to make them part of my layout, and you will see how I'm gonna put them in here. I'm not gonna be using the blue one. It's a super cute one, but it kind of doesn't go with what I'm doing. But I will use the cream color one, and I will use the May Your Day Be Sprinkled with Love. So what I'll do, let me see. I have this one already ready, and this is also some paper pumpkin twine. I think I want to come behind the picture right there, as you can see. I'm gonna move this away, and let me see where I'm gonna put my other donuts. I think I'm gonna put my other donuts over here, and as you can see, it will bring the theme out really cool. I do want to find my sequences because I want to be putting some sequences in a little bit. And again, this is a very simple way that I'm going to be making this page, but I want you to see how you can tell your stories through your pages. I use my hand letter alphabet to write the words sours, but I'm not sure yet how I'm going to be using. So here is my title. I already cut it out and it says sours. I just, I stamp it on Peekaboo Peach. I don't know if the light actually permits you to see that in that orange color, but I believe I'm gonna put it around here. Turn your sours, and in some way I have to turn your sours into sweet. So I will be finding some type of stickers or something to put in there. But this is the way that I want to do this, and I want to show you how I use this little card. And I already wrote my my journaling. I will never forget this day when, after having a sour incident at co-op, we were all feeling so disappointed. So I wrote it, and then I wrote the date, and I wrote a psalm that really spoke to me exactly at that time, and I'll share it with you. It is in Psalm 84, verse 6. It says, "How blessed is the man whose strength is in you, in whose heart are the highways to Zion. Passing through the valley of Baca, they make it into spring. The early rain also covers it with blessings. They go from strength to strength. Every one of them appears before God in Zion." I love that because it tells about, the psalmist is telling about this man that goes through a valley of tears. Baca is some type of shrub, and I look for it. I'm like, what is Baca? Baca is a shrub that has thorns apparently, and this valley is full of them. And in life, you're going to have a lot of valleys that you're going to need to go through, and they're full of thorns, and you're going to go through them in tears and labor. But it is so good to know that we have power inside of us to turn our sours into sweet, to turn our valleys into springs. So as I'm doing this, I'm just fired up inside because I want to tell you, you have that power in you. You can look up to heaven and trust God and know that He will help you to turn any sour situation into sweets and change your perspective and change the inside, like it happened with my kids. Okay, so I finished putting all of my sequences on my donuts, as you can see, and this one doesn't want to come off. I'll just put some sequences in there, make it pretty. I'm going to go ahead and start gluing things together and see where I can add more or not, okay? So, check it out. I decided to glue some of the things that I've been using already, and some of the things are still not glued. Like all this is glued, but this I'm still thinking about it, and my title I'm still thinking about it, and this title too. But then I put this donut behind here. This is glue, but I left the top open. And I put this donut right there. And then I remember I made some alternates with the paper pumpkin kit. And as you can see, I created my own donuts. So I decided that maybe I could create another donut. And I had some leftovers in a little bag. Okay, so I am pretty much at the end of my layout. I decided to add a few strips of Peekaboo Peach, and I'm going to be adding it right here on top. I felt like it needed something to bring everything together. And you can see how I'm going to put this over here. I made one of my donuts that I want to put up in this corner. And I'm making another one because I want to be able to maybe put in a second one somewhere else. I'm not sure where yet, but it totally needs another donut, right? It's so funny I'm making this video because I don't eat donuts, but my kids love them, and I love the sweetness of their hearts. So I will be making this page for them to always remember the truths that God teaches us in our daily living. And it's really, really neat how even in the smallest of things, He's teaching us every day how to manage life circumstances. So follow me here for a few minutes. I'm just trying to put things where they belong and trying to make this layout finished, okay? I still need some stickers on this side, and I found some nice enamels that work beautifully. I also have a stamp set that I want to bring in, and it's the stamp set from the Paper Pumpkin kit, and I can see that I have some sprinkles. So most likely I'm going to be using these sprinkles in just a little bit, okay? Because I can put some nice sprinkles on this side and some nice sprinkles on this side and make it look really cool. I am about to finish this layout, and I decided that I don't want to go find any stickers. So I'm just going to use my handwriting, and I'm going to take a Sharpie and just write turn your sours, and then I'm going to put into sweets. So I can start just writing into right here into sweets, and I'm gonna put in here turn your sour. So wish me blessings right now because I don't want to mess it up, but I was just gonna put it really small here. Turn your, and then 3 little dots, and I'm gonna use my Tumble glue, and I'm just gonna put it in there, sours. And it's such a lesson in life. I hope this is blessing you today. If it does, just leave me a message below, please. I want to hear who is the Lord speaking to through all this process. It's our process. Our lives are a process. We are in the potter's hands. So I'm excited. Oh, and look what I did. I had this already cut out for something else, and I put it down here in this corner, this little banner. But I don't want the whole banner. I just want that. So I'm going to cut this here. And the last touch I want to give to this pages is I love enamels, and I just want to put enamels everywhere. So I'm going to be filling this up with enamels, and then you will get to see the picture at the end. I am really excited that you joined me today. I thank you for doing that. I know this may become a long video, but it has a story behind it, and I want my kids to remember this day. Turn your sours into sweets. It is a word that it's just a teaching. It's really a good teaching. And I was very blessed that the Lord put that in our hearts back in 2016. Still, my children come to me at bad times and say, Mom, we have to turn our sours into sweet. That power is inside of you. So use it and have a beautiful day. God bless you. Leave me some likes, thumbs up, some comments below, and subscribe to my channel. I would love to see you again. Stamp a blessing. Ciao, ciao.